Hello, everybody. I'm Bluebana, and welcome back to Christie, the First Cases. Now, it's been a while since I played this game. It's been pretty busy, but I believe we are at the point. We are initial questioning, and we've realized everyone's alibis for each other, so I think it's by a group did it. I think more than one culprit is at hand. I don't remember. Let's just continue. Chapter 5. It's fine. We'll figure it out. The Major was murdered. I remember that. Oh yeah, I had to go to bed. It's fair. Archie! Oh wait, hold on. Oh. She states that she's been part of her life for many years. Hugo wanted to confront the Major. Jackie was writing about an article. Okay, Jackie was writing about an article about the couple. So Jackie, Angeline, and Gideon. Oh, Zechariah. Not the first time Zach has steered the conversation towards the time of war. I didn't mean to try to link it. Do I have to link things in the peoples too? Okay, so I'm gonna talk to you, I think.
Good morning, Detective.
Oh.
You slept well?
I'm afraid I did not. I was hoping for at least a moment of pleasant slumber, but alas, it was not to be. Finding the Major's killer is the only thing that will put my mind at ease.
In that case, Detective,
Butler did it.
what can I do to help? In that snow. If someone was out there, we'd have another body on our hands.
I realize how strange it sounds. I would not believe it myself if I had not seen it with my own eyes.
Staff have reported seeing things in the dark before, but it always just turns out to be shadows. It was likely just your mind
Archie.
playing tricks. I'm afraid our Lizzie is not well. I think the events of yesterday were too much for her. We'll have to just make do without her this morning.
No. No.
As Wordsworth once stated, rest and be thankful. Perhaps a chance of peace and relaxation will work
If something
wonders.
happens to her, I'd be pissed.
She is currently eating breakfast alone in the dining room. It's how she prefers it. But
We
if you
can
wish
wait.
to speak with her now.
You could, like, wait.
I would, but I'm afraid I found this morning that the telephone lines aren't working. The snow continued through
That
the night and
sucks.
must have damaged them. Even if we could use the telephone, I don't think anyone would be able to reach us.
In that case, it will be up
We
to
got
myself
this.
alone to solve the case.
I'll let you know if anything changes. But until some of the snow clears, enough for the carriages to arrive.
You don't
we
got
are
four-wheel
snowed in.
carriages? Wait, they're all four-wheel. Not four-wheel drive? They're all trapped here too. Oh gosh.
Taken care of. Master Dramir and his brother, after sobering up, helped me move him into the cellar. Best place for the time being.
Très bien. I imagine there is no reason for anyone to go down there.
Besides me, no one. Once this snow clears,
Hopefully
we will
it's
be
soon,
able to
because
move
otherwise
it
that's
from
gonna
the
start to
house.
stink. It's gonna
Your assistance
stink
has
up
been
more
most
than
valuable as always.
one way. Alright, I looked at the guest book. Oh, hello. Okay, so boop, boop, boop. I need to talk to Cassandra, but I feel like I have to do that after brothers move the bodies. Alright. So I can go to the garden now? Oh, hello! Oh, I thought you were wearing a different outfit. Are you in a different position?
Good morning, Detective. I hope you were comfortable last night.
Can I ask you why you don't own more than one outfit?
Bonjour, mademoiselle. The room was more than pleasant, merci. I'm afraid my mind was not in a state to enjoy it to its full potential, though.
I can't imagine any of us slept soundly last night.
Hopefully, guilt will be weighing heavily on someone's shoulders this morning.
More than one set. Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry if I was not much help last night, Detective.
On the contrary, your inside knowledge of the guests was of great help to my investigation. But there are many more questions that require answers.
His position?
Yeah, what do you think about it? Just honest opinion.
Oui, even in a house this size, you must see a lot of each other.
I enjoyed having him here. When I was away with Gideon, it was comforting to know Maman was not alone. Although his work with Mr. Da Silva has kept him away from the house of late.
What can you tell me about their relationship, working or otherwise?
There is not much to tell, only that there is no love lost between them. He was always quite private about his work. I know that he was helping Mr. Da Silva with some safety matters.
I found a check addressed to the Major from Monsieur Da Silva. It noted security consulting.
Ah, that's right, security. With his military training, he helped Mr. Da Silva prepare for any trouble with the strikes. A development? Oh, Detective, I knew I could count on you.
It may not be the news you had wished for, though. Another letter has been found.
Addressed to me? I don't know how much more I can take of this.
Pardonnez-moi, mademoiselle. Although it has been written in the same manner, using similar phraseology, it was not sent for your
Oh, yeah,
eyes,
we did find a
rather
letter in there.
The Major's.
I was
At
like, wait,
least
what?
that is how it seems.
I'm sorry, Detective, I don't understand. It is addressed to him or not?
I found it in the Major's study yesterday while conducting my preliminary search. Whether he is the author of the letter or the recipient, I am still yet to discover.
Heavens no, he could
I don't
not
know.
do that.
You did not hesitate for a moment.
Why would he do such a thing? And then to send a letter to himself?
I don't know.
It just doesn't make sense.
Merci for your time, mademoiselle. You are to a detective what an umbrella is to a traveler on a wet day.
Useful?
Nice. She got
Exactement.
the analogy. I didn't use this. I can't go there. I could go to the dining room, but I also would not want to interrupt it right now. Let me just talk to everyone. Oh, what? Bonjour. Why do you
Bonjour,
look like
Monsieur
you're
Daniel.
glowy?
Detective Poirot, how are you?
The truth, monsieur. With each step towards uncovering the blackmailer, I am thrown 2 steps back as to the
So much
identity
work
of
on
the
my plate.
Major's killer.
Is there something I can help you with? Archibald came to me and asked for my help in the matter. My brother and I dealt with it.
Merci for your help. It is a job that only the professionals should have to undertake.
It's a job that had to be done, although it may have affected my brother more than I.
How so?
At the sight of the body, the color drained from his face. Once we had reached the cellar, Zachariah took himself straight off to bed, without even a good night. I have not seen him since last night. I'm sure he will have been fine after a good night's sleep.
I would have acted as a sufficient sleeping aid, yeah.
He does not need his
You're
younger
younger?
brother checking in
I
on
thought you
him.
were older. Well, no. I don't know.
Perhaps that is exactly what he requires.
Just look older, maybe.
I'm not sure what he told you yesterday, Detective, but he's a big boy. He can look after himself.
I worry that may not be the case, monsieur. His time in the war came up in conversation more than once during our conversations.
He's still talking about it. I thought talking to the doctor would have stopped all of that.
I at least tried to seek help, even though just like 40s, 50s wasn't very good help. But anyways.
Felix and Madame Vandenbosch are the only ones with keys, as far as I'm aware. Oh, and Archibald. I'm sure I heard Felix asking him to return something to it once.
Merci, monsieur.
I don't know, but let's talk to Margot.
Countess, I wonder if I could ask you some questions.
Oh, it's just not a flattering dress on your figure. It's not you, it's your dress.
That is it, detective? No small talk? No inflating
What
of
did I
one's
do to you?
ego?
I am afraid not, Countess. With the murderer still loose in the house, my mind is rather preoccupied.
Well then, detective, perhaps I can be of some assistance.
Comment, madame?
I thought you might like to know what I found on the
Why were you with the
major's
Major's
body.
body?
That certainly piqued your
yeah.
interest.
A man has been murdered, and you find it acceptable to fool around and joke.
Oh, please, detective. Do you really think so little of me? Archibald asked for my assistance. He knows of my medical training from my days as a nurse, and I thought I would be able to help. Even if it has been some
Okay.
years.
It was not his place to grant you access to the body.
I shall remember to keep
Oh
my
my
assistance
lord.
to myself next time. A single stab wound, which you no doubt already knew. The knife was held in their right hand. I would say their predominant hand.
Like out of a crime novel. Poirot, I hate to say, so you are in a crime novel.
Judging by the depth of the wound, I would say there was no great force put into the strike. More a sign of defense than attack. If I had to say what weapon was used, a small sharp
Music's
knife or dagger.
intense. Confirm my suspicions of Major's knives.
I understand it may be difficult for one to keep such information to yourself, but I ask you to try. Your involvement has already tainted my investigation.
You are welcome, detective.
It's like, gosh dang it, let's go back.
S'il vous plaît, Comtesse. Keep this information to
Yeah,
yourself.
jeez, why would you touch the body? Okay. Oh, it's the stairs. What do I mean? I can't go around the bear's head. Okay. I can't go to the pantry. Nope. Okay, so we're gonna investigate the gardens. Poirot, where are you going? Did you just put on a coat, or is it like not that bad? Well, trail footprints.
Aha.
Ah. Oh, expensive lighter. He's not actually dead, he's just like faked his death. When the military alignment, Major must have dropped it. Okay, I might do it like this. Oh. I can see stuff. Afternoon for the snowfall. Okay, that's fair. Forgot to pick it up before snowfall. Go in here first. You should have worn boots, dude. You did not prepare for this weather. Oh, just kidding, there's milk bottles. It's been left out for collection. Oh, fallen bird feeder. It's like stuff on my screen. Doubt we'll see many birds in these conditions. What are you talking about? Nothing else than that. Does it keep my tracks? Because that would be funny. Hey, the gate's open. No, it's not. Exit is impossible. I'll please say she is. It's freezing. Hey, okay, before you blend, your collar blends into the floor. No, it doesn't. Okay. Oh, there's no links though. Okay, it's just what's new. What's new? What's new? Defensive strike? More like a defensive strike instead of offensive. Okay, and then this one. Oh, there's 2 links in here. Juliana knew the major well.
Some would say a lucky guess. I would say
genius.
A moment of genius.
Been figuring all life for so long. Huh. I gotta inspect the body. Body's been moved. Oh, there's more up here. Hello. Shocked by the Major's corpse. Air pies after war. That gotta go with it. Oh, what? Okay.
Things are beginning to
New
become clearer.
conversation. The minds remain on the battlefield, yes. It's a scary and sad thing. May have shell shock. Oh, jeepers. I'm gonna talk to Cassandra and hopefully she's done with breakfast, so she's not a crab. Mademoiselle Rihanna in the kitchen. Hey, you are done with breakfast. Hey, hello, madame.
Bonjour, madame. May I offer my condolences for your loss?
Thank you, Detective, but they are not necessary. What can I do for you?
I was hoping you would be prepared to answer some questions.
Okay, this
If
I
I
can
must.
understand. She's frustrated. You lose somebody you like.
I'm sure you're aware he was not the
What?
easiest man to get along with. His hot temper
No,
made
he
him
was a
number
lovely
of
man.
foes.
I liked him the whole time.
A hot temper is reason enough to
I don't
kill a
know.
man.
I don't think there's really any reason to. No.
His mouth often acted before his brain. Perhaps someone had grown tired of dealing with it. as I heard Mr. Becker's in what I would describe as an unnecessarily loud exchange of words yesterday,
You know,
he would
that's
be
a
my
fair
first
suspect.
You heard them yourself.
How could I not? The volume they were shouting at, I could hear them from the study in my room.
You did not think it fitting to tell me this yesterday?
I didn't think Felix was going to wind up dead and a murderer loose in my house.
That's
My
fair.
apologies,
You know what?
Detective.
Good point.
I assume you are talking about the supposed blackmail letter.
Oui, madame. You know of it?
It arrived shortly after the first. Rather coincidental, if you ask me.
I'm not sure I understand what you're trying to say, madame.
He no doubt had secrets hidden away. But do you honestly think Felix had anything of value to his name
Not if he was
worth
training you with
threatening
money.
him for?
Perhaps you should enlighten me.
Well, he was here, living in my house, eating my food, prepared by my staff. Does that answer your
So you're the
question,
breadwinner.
Detective?
You didn't have a job. How do you get money?
I wouldn't put it past him to have written it himself in the hopes of getting some
you even
sympathy
like him?
from me.
Did you just put up with him? Like, what is happening?
And the other letters?
He probably wrote those too. If Angeline paid the first, that would have given him the money to pay the second letter. He is the White Knight, saves the day, and expects to live here.
Well, you're telling me you don't
happily
like
ever
him. Why
after.
is he here then? Well, now what about the silver?
What is it you wish to know?
You two have been friends for some time now. And while I do not mean to pry, has your relationship only...
If you are trying to insinuate that Mr. De Silva and I are running around like schoolchildren, you could not be further from the truth. He was friends with my husband, for goodness sake.
Oui, I understand they worked together. Investments, if I am correct.
Mr. De Silva was the voice of reason that my husband should have listened to more often, instead of throwing our money at businesses that were already on
How do
the
you have a
verge of
big house?
bankruptcy.
I guess Gideon helps, but
Merci, madame. I shall not bother you any further.
anyways, I'm gonna explore everywhere. There's they have like the little dust particles from the sun. Oh yes. Take a shot of whiskey. You don't take shots of whiskey, do you?
Oh,
Do you? I don't know, I don't drink. Question of accents. Oh, good. Okay, so you don't like the major. Then what? Train going by? Oh, there is a train. Ah. Okay. Let's continue. Ooh.
huh.
Yes, it's beautiful. Just don't try to drive in it. Oh, a different bust.
Huh.
Yes. Oh, I can't call the salon. That's not needed. Okay. Gotta talk to Gideon. I believe was a link. Didn't have much of his name, had a temper. Would that be a thing? Yeah.
Magnifique.
Okay, I gotta talk to Angeline, but I should talk to Gideon because he's already on my list. Wait, who do I have to talk to? Oh, Rihanna. Right, Rihanna? Gideon, what up, dude? Why are you staring at a wall?
If it will help you find the Major's killer, of course. When he returned from the war, he was a different man. Everything became about what he had seen.
I cannot speak from experience, but I can only imagine the horrors he must have witnessed.
The first weeks he would wake in the night, screaming. I found him one night, cowering behind the desk in the study. When I tried to help him out from beneath it, well, it was the first time I had ever feared for my life.
That is not why you two are no longer close?
And not at all, Detective. We were always very different in nature. While I had always wanted to follow an academic path, Zachariah was more of a free spirit. Or at least as free as our father and the laws would allow.
And yet, he ended up in the military. Quite the contrast.
Our father demanded that he at least try to do something with his life. And when some of his friends joined the army, he signed up with them. It wasn't long before he moved out from the family home after his return from the army. I always assumed that he had put the war and everything that came with it behind him and was moving on. Now
it's a
I
little
see
harder
far
than
from the
that.
truth.
I'm gonna do this right in front of your face. I'm gonna think. There's no links, I thought there was. He continues to seek help. So it's still pretty stigmatized to go see doctors. I don't know, maybe it's like in the middle. Hello, Angeline. So this is the—
Is there something I can help you with, Detective?
Yes, you can. You can help me.
You have got the wrong end of the stick, Detective. Maman has snapped at him recently, but it was nothing more than that. It was something to do with the letter. I heard them in the library before Maman shouted and he stormed out of the room past me.
Could it have been the blackmail letter that instigated their argument?
Why would Maman be upset with him over the letter?
Madame is of a very different opinion from yourself regarding his connection with the letters. She believes him to be the author.
That is what she told you? She has always been one to make a quick, if not rash decision, but she cannot truly believe that. I don't recall telling him directly. I did not want Maman to find out it had been paid. If he knew, surely she would.
Madame believes he may have been behind all the letters, and taking your payment of the first, then used it to pay the second and be the hero in you and your mother's eyes.
I never knew Maman had such an imagination. Where would she get a story like that from?
That is a question I was hoping you may be able to answer.
You have met him. Do you really think he's capable of
I don't know.
such a
I
devious
just think
plan?
he's a little bit of a jerk.
It is a plan only the most crooked and underhanded could create. Is that the Major? I am not so sure. I shall not keep you any longer.
I don't think he deserves to be killed.
Merci,
I just say
mademoiselle.
yes, being punched in the face. Yeah, I think he did deserve that. Archie, where's Rihanna? Rihanna, I always say it wrong. There's a link. Hold the phone. Where did I push? Oops.
Come, my little Graysalis.
I suppose. I don't think so.
I cannot
It's
see the
always
logic
makes
in
sense.
this.
Okay, one of these.
must act on thought and fact.
How did that go together?
Another success.
I don't get how that
I
went
never
together.
doubted myself.
I don't know. I guess. Let's talk to her.
Is there something
Yeah.
I can help you with, detective? I'm afraid it had been that way for some time. Maman is not forthcoming with her emotions, as I'm sure you are aware. But I could tell she had not been happy with their arrangement.
What
for the last
arrangement
few
of
months.
What gave
you
you
give
that
him money and
impression?
he gives you what? Nothing?
There was not one particular thing that she expressed. It was just the way she spoke to him and of him when he wasn't present.
I shall not keep you any longer. Merci, mademoiselle.
Okay, let's find Rihanna. Is she in the pantry? No. Where is Rihanna? She's in the kitchen. Am I supposed to, is the kitchen connected to the dining room? That makes sense. What's new? No idea. Okay. This way. Pots and pans. I don't think I met you. Very nice arrangement. Thought I could click on something else, but I guess I'll just talk to you, Rihanna.
Bonjour, madame. You must be the wonderful cook.
Wonderful and modest, sir. I am Rihanna.
My taste buds thank you for the ravishing meal last night. It has been some time since I ate so well.
Glad to hear it, sir.
S'il te plaît, madame. A detective is fine.
In that case, mademoiselle is fine for me, and I will ignore your presumption of marriage.
Très bon, mademoiselle.
Sure about me, say, right?
That's right. I've seen staff come and go, but a house always
is
needs
true.
a trustworthy cook.
Could easily poison people.
I agree. But if I was to eat what you prepare every day, I fear I may be the size of La Maison.
Not a bad thing, detective.
Yeah, you're
You could do
scrawny.
with some meat
Don't
on
worry,
your
he'll get some
bones.
meat. He'll get a belly.
Well, with the snow still not clearing, we may be stuck here for the weekend. Perhaps I should look to adjust my pantalon
Such a
buttons.
charmer.
I did. Monsieur Archie told me what had happened. Bruises can swell fast, so I took him some ice to bring it down.
Oh. It was the butler, no?
How was the Major when you saw him?
Grumpy, as always.
I suppose one would not take kindly to being
I
punched as
guess
he
that's
was.
true. I would be happy to be punched.
Punched or not,
Ah,
he was as ungrateful as ever.
I shall not keep you any longer. Merci, mademoiselle.
got all I need. I believe I've got everything is required. Will be able to assist me getting access to the major study. But I want to point out that those cookies, those look delish. I want a cookie. Alright, let's do some... Oh, this is a no linking. Archie!
Whatever you need,
I want
detective.
to inspect the study.
Certainly, detective.
Jaina should have remained untouched, but looks as though it has been ransacked. Oh, yes, the papers. I was looking. Go on in here. I don't know, just look at it then. Ah, the safe's open. Stories are astronomical. Oh, well, they're already astronomical. Empty envelopes. There's no return address. Photograph.
Oh.
Oh, that's a nice picture. Hold on. Ooh. Can access history, but now it has been left wide open. Scratches are obviously unlocked someone's house. Oof. My dearest Cassandra, it feels as though it has been an age since oh gosh, read it again. It feels as though it has been an age since I have been able to set my eyes on you. A day I have waited for so impatiently. I keep the photograph of us together at the lake close to my heart. Always. I cannot wait to see how young Angeline has grown. Her beauty will surely reach that of her mother's. I hope the gifts from the Orient reached you fine. They are really something to behold. The work that kept me far away for long is drawing close, and I will be returning to the continent in a month. At your request, I have found an accommodation in the city. It pains me to think that being so close and yet unable to be with you every moment. But if it eases your worry, I shall not continue to question it. I will arrange for a visit to the house. An old friend returning will surely raise minimal suspicions. I understand that the Viscount is currently out of country. I hope you felt the strait of loneliness. You're having an affair. Horrible people. Not felt strait of loneliness, and it will not be long until we are reunited. Until the day, to the end, my heart is yours. Cheapers. Oh, that's awful. Is anything else look at? No, I can't go anywhere else. I'm trapped. Alone. Oh, right. That. Yes. Two links. Oh my word. Large sum, interest rate. What?
I must take a different approach if I am...
Ah, wrong one. I didn't see
What a revelation.
I clicked that. That makes sense. Must have been worried enough that something would be released to the public. One more.
The pieces of the puzzle are finally coming together.
Angela's attachment proves you care deeply for them. Oh, I was zoning out. What?
I must take a different approach.
Cared about Angelina. Ah.
I should not be surprised by my own skills of deduction.
Would he? Oh gosh, don't add things. The major. but I feel like a large sum.
This will not get me any closer to my... Things are beginning to become clearer.
She was not the author of the blackmail letter. Alright. Perfect. Now what? Okay. The resolve why the major is being blackmailed. Man, that blackmail is making bank. Okay, major secret, officer's letter. I now have a blackmailer, a murderer. They're open to find. If the correct process is followed, they should be found swiftly. To take my leave, this room has already revealed enough. New insights.
Detective Poirot, I have been asked to inform you that Lady Vandenbosch has returned to her room, and she wishes not to be disturbed.
Merci. Madame certainly has mastered the art of subtlety.
They may not be the exact words she used, but I'm sure you can imagine. Excuse me, I have some further duties to attend to in the pantry.
Search the top floor and no one's disturbed me. Ooh. Let's do it. This is a longer chapter. Ooh. No. Oh, to the major's bedroom. Yeah. Maybe they weren't having an affair. Maybe he just loved her. That's fair. Okay. Good. I was like, that's a little. That's better than the affair. Oh.
Oh.
Well, maybe if they have kids. No, they're that. Book. Lone storybook rests here. It's obviously been a great number of times, judging by the condition of the spine and pages. Targeted room, I understand to be quite popular amongst the younger audience. Is it a romance book? To the real lady of the house, happy birthday. Watch you grow into a proper young lady who's been more than all the words I could try. Felix. Well, never mind that. What the? Just remember regarding the major. I know he's been friends with Van Den Bosch for some years, but I must find out if there's anything more. It's like, gosh dang it, I can't figure anything out. Oh my gosh, there's so many things. Supposed to connect something? Okay, so... Okay.
Order and method.
Whoa,
That is the way to solve the problem. I should not be surprised by my own skills of deduction.
By my lack of deduction. Talk to Angeline. I got that. I'll do that later, though. Huh. Gotta look at all the grandfather clocks. let's go. A nice couch. Oh, a telescope.
Huh.
What about the adventure of characters within these books? Good. Ooh, more painting. Look at all the paintings, all the artworks. Get that done. What about the strange details? It's fantastic. Ooh, excuse me. Will I share a bedroom already? Was very talented. Let's go right to the wall quick, then read it. Number of spectacular pieces. An eclectic art collection. Do I go to Cassandra's bedroom? Or do I get yelled at? Because she doesn't want to be disturbed. Ooh, do it. Ugh. I would knock. Oh gosh, I was kidding. What's wrong with you? She's gonna be pissed. Hi. She's just gonna yell at you, like, get the heck out of my room.
Huh.
Yes. We're on fire.
Huh.
Huh. Look at her drawer. Panty raid. Oh, she doesn't even care. Okay. Bad film. Yeah, don't mess with them if they cost money. She's gonna be mad. I'm gonna talk to her. She's like, I was told not to be disturbed.
Detective Poirot, what
I'm
do you
sorry, it
think
was
you are
unlocked.
doing in here?
I have something I wish to discuss with you.
Well, I hope it is important enough to justify barging
Apologies.
into one's bedroom.
I assure you it is.
Good, because this has gone on far too long. We are snowed in this house while a murderer runs amok.
I can understand your frustrations, but it is not as simple as...
You were once an incompetent officer, and now it seems you are just as incompetent as a detective.
If I was not being lied to and misled at every turn, perhaps the murderer would already be in custody.
I hope you are not suggesting I had something to do
Oh
with
gosh, are we gonna
Felix's
fight?
murder.
I am suggesting that if I had the support that everyone claims they are offering, we would be in a very different situation.
If you have something you want to ask,
Try
I
me, yelling
suggest you
at me.
ask
Oh,
me now. We met before Angeline was born, so he was often at the house when she was growing up.
And where was it you two met?
I was attending an event. Felix was also in attendance as a serving officer. A conversation was struck.
So, it was not through the Viscount that you two met?
I did not require my husband to start conversations on my behalf.
It was you that instigated it then?
My, detective. That active imagination of yours has taken
Oh
on
my.
quite some
I don't care.
journey.
Like, both of them are dead now. You could say what you want.
Edwin spent much of his time away on business before Angeline was born. Felix was a welcome distraction from the
We're having an
loneliness
affair.
of the house.
You were alone in the house.
The staff continued their duties, of course, but trying to get any sort of sophisticated or cultured conversation from them was like drawing blood from a stone.
And when Angeline was born?
Edwin remained at home. It was his duty as a father.
And the Major?
He had his own business and life to tend to, but we remained in touch via letter. Around the time of Edwin's passing, Felix had relocated to the area. I'm sure he has hundreds of letters in there. Most of them could and should have been thrown away a long time ago. You are going to have to be more specific.
I refer to the letter addressed to you.
The love letter.
The
Just
one of
go
a
love
romantic
letter.
nature.
Romantic nature. Oh, please, detective. Felix did not have a romantic bone in his body.
He made his intentions quite clear in the letter. I must admit, I myself was surprised.
You really do have quite the active imagination, detective. If that is how you wish to interpret it, so be it. But I can assure you, the Major did not think of me that way, and certainly did not
Babe, I got
include it
proof
in a
now.
letter.
I think that is all for now. Merci, madame.
I'm just gonna say you're wrong. So kind of apologize for barging into a room like that. It's kind of disrespectful of me, I understand. So I've gone all the way around here, and I think I just have to— oh, I missed a painting. I didn't even ask at a forest. Beautiful. Oh, whoops. There's something over here, right? Oh, the storeroom. There's a plant there, it's fine. Oh, that's Cassandra's bedroom. Valuable piece of the puzzle. Oh, hello. You're right here. How convenient.
Detective Poirot, are you any closer to uncovering the truth of Felix's involvement with the letters?
I am, mademoiselle. I can confirm that he was not the author of the blackmail letters.
So the author is still out there.
Oui, but it will not be long before they are apprehended, and the only letters they shall be penning will be from behind iron bars.
Your confidence is rather assuring. Thank you, Detective. I'm sorry, Detective. I did not intend to leave your mind so full of thoughts.
No apology is required. It actually made me question my whole chain of thinking. What if there had been a collusion between them, and the Major's murder was planned, organized, and orchestrated to make the investigation seem almost impossible?
Oh my, Detective, that is quite a theory.
Every guest has a motive. You confirmed that with the mention of Mademoiselle Conrad and the Major's fight. Supplying one another with a rock-solid alibi would surely throw off any detective.
True.
But not you.
Correct, mademoiselle. It would take much more to stamp Detective Poirot.
I haven't seen that book in so long. Yes, it was a gift for my 10th birthday. I have read it from cover to cover countless times. He left such a lovely inscription too.
It sounds as though there is a side to the Major I did not get to see. Was it common for him to bring you gifts?
Not common, but if he had been away for some time, he would bring me a small memento from his travels.
He's not
hasn't
gonna
done
do that
in some
anymore.
time,
Just not probably done.
There were. I'm afraid they may have gathered some dust being in the storage room for so long. I kept them in hope of giving them to my
cool.
child when the time comes.
It sounds as though he had always cared about you.
His presence at the house was comforting for us both after Father died. even if sometimes he was a little too overprotective. That's right. Ever since I can remember, Felix has been around.
It seems as though she has a number of support networks. The Major, her friendship with the Countess, not forgetting Monsieur da Silva.
Maman has many friends. I know how she may seem to most, but once you break the hard shell...
There is a further shell waiting to be broken.
Oh, very good, detective.
Forgive me, mademoiselle. I only jest.
It's quite alright. You are not the only one that feels a razor tongue. She's grateful you are here, especially
Oh
now.
no, we're starting to
whether
say
she shows
she's
it or
human.
not.
We're fine. I don't know. I feel like I can see it. I can see it. I can peek through it.
They have often come to blows when it concerns Maman. They are both trying to protect her, but they themselves cannot seem to get along.
She spoke of his desire to join the, how do you describe it? Social elite.
This isn't the first time she has vocalized that concern. She thinks the Major was just using our family name to make his way to the top.
And you do not agree?
I will not deny he has shown interest in Maman's social circles, but they have been friends since even before I was born. Surely all those years of friendship was not just to raise his social standing. How do you mean, detective?
I imagine a house of this size is rather costly, keeping it in the immaculate condition it is in.
Maman looks after the financial side of the house, but I think she has had to ask him more than once for a contribution of sorts. It is not for me to get involved.
I shall not keep you any longer. Merci, mademoiselle.
There's need to push Madame Madoche on her secret. Ooh. They have to go talk to her. Whoa, two legs, my dude. Look, that's like, that's not.
I must act
See?
on
Yeah,
thought
you
and
do.
fact.
Anything else I'm missing?
Some would say a lucky guess. I would
That's
say a
genius.
moment of
I
genius.
need to care for Cassandra. It's like pretty obs, man.
Magnifique.
That's true. Dang it, is he actually a good person? That's interesting. It has redeeming qualities. Well, lady, let's go.
Is this
Yes.
really necessary? He may have stayed in my home, but Felix was a grown man, detective. What he kept, hidden or otherwise, has nothing to do with me.
But it does not surprise you that he had such a photograph?
We have been friends, and he has been there for Angeline for many years, but you find it strange that he keeps a reminder of us? Perhaps that says more about you, detective.
What I do find strange is that if he did hold a flame for you, why he would never express it.
If he did, it was not reciprocated. I have not even considered another since my husband's passing. Not that it is any of your business.
I think that is all
That
for
wasn't
now.
as exciting as I thought
Merci,
it would
madame.
be. Hold on, I'm gonna deduct something now in front of your face. Or not, because I got another partner.
Another success.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That makes sense. Never mind. That dumb. Well, now that I've detected something in front of you, let's talk again. Yeah, whatever.
Is this really... Who I allow in my house is none of your business. I do not have to explain anything to you.
I did not think you were one for charity.
I would not expect you to think much of anything. There is no need to talk on it any further, but I'm sure you will remember that, financially speaking, we have had our issues.
Okay, we're in battle. Let's go.
He was a man that required no protection, Detective, especially from me.
That is the impression I had of him, which is why your defensive stance warrants questioning.
Your insistent questioning on such trivial matters are getting on my last nerve. There is a murderer and a blackmailer to be found. That is your job here.
Antagonizing? It meant nothing to you then. I don't know.
Your continued probing into something that does not exist is becoming
Okay,
quite
I think I'm doing this wrong.
tiresome. There is nothing I can tell you that will magically present what you are looking for, Detective. I have grown weary of this conversation.
I did the
Warren.
wrong one.
There is
Oh.
nothing more to say.
Okay, there's something about your relationship that you are obviously refusing to elaborate on. Levelers, the housing. Shared love between you. I'm just gonna do forceful.
Madame, you continue to withhold the truth.
And you continue to get on my last nerve. I am not obliged to tell you every detail of my private life.
But when it impedes my investigation...
If only you were this focused on finding the blackmailer and...
Oh,
Madame.
thank goodness.
Very well. I did not lie about how we met. I was attending an event, raising money for...
For something.
Oh,
Honestly, you guys
I
probably do
cannot
that a
recall
lot.
now. It had been some time since I had returned home, and was rather missing English soil. I was aware of Felix's invitation, or at least that there was to be several British officers attending the party, and that is where our friendship began. He was a warm reminder of home, and I enjoyed conversing with him. We shared walks in the park and read together. As I said, he was a welcome distraction from the days spent alone. I shall go no further with the details, but I will say, I had no intention on being unfaithful to my husband. It was never our plan to go that far. Once I found out I was pregnant, I knew it had to stop.
The Viscount never questioned Mademoiselle's birth?
In his mind, he had no reason to, and he shouldn't have had to.
Wait.
It was my mistake to bear. If he knew the truth,
Not
our
even the guy's
lives
baby.
would have been ruined. I told Felix that he was to stay away, but he had no intention to. He became an uncle figure to Angeline, and They grew closer after Edwin's death. I could not tell her the truth. Too much time had passed.
Oh my gosh.
The secret remained only between him and I.
And what were the Major's thoughts on revealing the truth?
He wanted to tell her everything. He wanted her to know exactly who he was. But I told him no. It would not have been the poignant reconciliation that he expected. She would
Goodness
not understand.
gracious.
I tried to retrieve them from the safe after everyone had retired last night. But when I opened the safe, they were nowhere to be found. I assumed he must have hidden
Juicy.
them somewhere else.
I don't even know.
When I entered the study this morning, they were as visible as a red notice on a police station wall.
What's a red notice?
I would appreciate if you did not compare them to
Sorry,
the face
sorry.
of a wanted felon.
Pardon, madame.
But that does mean someone else in the house has seen them. I don't understand. Why would they return them?
I'm
A
trying my best,
mystery
man.
that is still yet to be solved.
It must be. But I have told no one.
And the Major?
Felix promised me he wouldn't tell a soul, and I believed him. Not even if he wanted to.
I feel like there's other ways to find out. I don't know why. Zip throughout the ears. State is this. Yeah, I'm not saying you get drunk. That's why you don't get drunk.
You did not think anyone knew, and that is why you disregarded the letter.
If you bow to these criminals, they
That
will
is a
only try
good
to claw
point. I
more
am
from you.
on your side on that one.
I think that is all for now. Merci, madame.
Think they'll be fine swiftly, but they also are having me as my brain, so yeah. Ooh, excusez-moi. Yeah, no, that's throwing me way the heck off. Hello, being married. That is what? It's... Okay, so wait, what am I doing? What do I do? Okay. Oh, have I talked to Hugo? Inspected the Major's body. Rihanna. Am I supposed to talk to somebody? Okay, I have to find something to do. Did I miss something? When am I gonna reveal? Sorry. Edwin, was it your father? Hello. Where did you come from? Yeah.
Detective Poirot, how is your investigation coming?
Monsieur Starling, I must admit, I have learned much more than I was expecting to.
You'll be wrapping the case up
Hopefully,
soon,
Archie.
then.
You have a weird hair from, like, up top.
One has never finished learning, monsieur, and in this case, I shall need to continue if I am to find the Major's killer.
It might help to vocalize your thinking. I'm all ears.
Monsieur, would you gather
Oh,
the
we're gonna
guests and
start
staff
by
in the
going
salon?
down on it.
Right away, Detective. Can I ask for what reason?
I shall reveal all once everyone is together.
Chapter 6. The search.
Detective, what is the meaning of all this?
Madame, I ask that you all lend me your ears for only a few moments. What I have to say is of great significance to everyone. You are all invited here to celebrate the engagement of Mademoiselle Angeline van den Bosch and Monsieur Gédéon Demire, the coming together of two prevalent families. But the celebrations were short-lived, as Major Felix Egan was found dead in his study by a young servant of the house. It then became my responsibility and obligation as a detective to uncover the truth behind his demise. My initial examination of his study exposed a number of things I did not expect to find. Things I have no desire to divulge at this time, but what I can say is this. It was no simple murder. A letter demanding ransom for a continued silence confirmed this. I am sure some, if not all of you, have heard whispers of a series of blackmails that have plagued the social elite in recent weeks. After hearing of the letters in the Major's study, you may ask if it was him behind the letters. You may further ask if he was preparing his next threat to another unsuspecting victim. It is a question that crossed even my mind. That was until I sought the truth. That in fact it was the Major that had fallen victim to our blackmailer Mystérieux. Last night I spoke with you all, confirmed your whereabouts in the house over the course of the evening, and while I would have expected such questioning to reveal a potential suspect, what I learned was that it could not have been one of you.
What do you mean, not one of us? The man was stabbed. He hardly did that to himself. There is still a killer in the house.
Pardon, monsieur, if you would allow me to finish. It could not have been only one of you. Rather a partneria, a partnership, in cahoots, if you will. Conversations today have revealed facts that I was not expecting to discover. And although they may have muddied and complicated my investigation, what I must do to bring the guilty parties to justice has become clearer. Those of you that spun stories in an attempt to confuse and derail my investigation have made a grave mistake in underestimating my intelligence. Other detectives may fall for such deception, but I can assure you, Detective Poirot is no such fool. My investigation is far from over, and swift justice shall be dealt to those that have committed such appalling acts and have continued to mislead and lie to protect themselves. Now, I must continue mon enquête, and I shall leave you to consider that you may be beside a cold-hearted killer. Bonsoir. Monsieur Sterling, un moment.
Quite the speech, Detective.
Merci, but it was not made to entertain. More to warn the guilty parties that I am hot on their heels, no matter how clever they believe themselves to be.
Well, if there is anything I can do.
Oh, there's so many things I have to do.
Is that really necessary?
The murderer remains at large, and there is still no sign of the weapon. I would say that makes them essential.
Of course. I I still just cannot imagine any of them being guilty of his murder.
It may be hard to imagine, but it is the truth.
Nothing. But I was so preoccupied with the Major. Sorry, Detective. Should I have?
Perhaps it was just my mind playing games again.
Maybe one of the guests got lost and wandered in. Master Hagen had a key, obviously.
Did you?
And Lady Vandenbosch. When requested, aye. If something is required from there when Master Hagen is not around.
Forgive me. If he is not around, how is it you access this safe?
It's not what you think, Detective.
What I think is that you have been trusted with a copy of the key, and you have lied to me about it.
I only lied because of the trouble I can get into with Lady Vandenbosch.
At this moment, monsieur, you should be more worried about the trouble you shall find yourself in with the law.
I know how it will sound, but I lost my key. I must have set it down somewhere, and it has been tidied away. Master Hagen asked so rarely for me to go in the safe, I didn't think it would be missed. I should have said this morning. I'm sorry.
Monsieur, I am not quite sure you understand the severity of what has happened.
I am well aware, Detective. I just thought she would be able to help.
Would you allow a man with a smoking gun to remove his bullet from a victim's chest?
I suppose not.
I would like to begin my searches now. Since it is closest, I will start with the west wing.
I may not be back when you return. Here is the key to the other rooms. Please return it when you're done.
Merci. I shall guard it with my life.
Let's pay the Countess a visit. Let's see what Gossiping Gal has to say. Go, whoa. Well, just see what she has to say, man.